Good morning, my peoples. What's going on? Now it's been 2 weeks living in my car and it's going really well. But honestly, I had a few occasions where I was like, man, this is a bit too crazy. And for example, I'll tell you what, on Saturday, I was in my car. It was so busy, as you know, people will be clubbing and all those things. And the car park was full of cars. As the car started to dwindle off, there was a fight just where I normally park would be right at the end of the car park, but I decided to park closer towards the road for some reason that day, and about maybe 8 people had a big fight in the car park at that corner. I genuinely believe somebody was going to get stabbed that night, so for me, one of my biggest plans was just to keep low. I didn't want to be known I was in the car park. Just as well, all the windows and stuff like that were darkened. I did black them all out so they wouldn't have known I was in the car. But that was just like a big reality check to say, you know what, things can happen in an instant, and it wasn't great. But thank God that nobody got stabbed or anything like that. It did quiet and it did get silent after about say 20 minutes, but it was a big row. I know for sure somebody was getting beaten up in the car park. I know for sure there was it wasn't that great, but like, guys, that was just a big reality check. I wasn't scared, but more just to say I shouldn't be seen, or some sort of witness if something had to escalate more than just a fight, because I saw a car going past the area where the fight was. After the guys had left, I saw that there wasn't any sort of panic whatsoever. I did go there in the morning to check. There wasn't any blood or anything like that there. So I know it sounds weird talking like this here, because shouldn't be, right? But guys, this is London. You're living in your car, in your car. You're most likely to hear things that you wouldn't hear if you're in a house, and you are in a quiet place, so people will go there for privacy reasons, and maybe to talk deep conversations. So those are things that I'm like, man, maybe later on in the future I would look for a quieter place to stay in my car. But there's no going back to a house just because I have to save money. I am starting a business as well. I've already started an e-commerce business, so hopefully that also kicks in, and also with my full-time job, just trying to figure out what the balance should be. But definitely I want to also think about traveling a little bit with this car, preparing for my biggest journey yet to come, which would be to Zimbabwe. So guys, like right now it's just trying to figure out, because the main cause of me coming back to the UK was to save money so we could at least get a stand and build in Zim, or get a house. Right now we blessed because my mom has offered us one of her houses to live in, which is great. But also we also want to do something permanently for us, as also for me, my wife, and the children, to build something. That's what life is about, right? And it's about doing something and accomplishing things. That's how I am. I believe in always excelling. That's always my belief system. And yeah, it's been 2 weeks in this car, people, and like I say, the only scary incident was that day by the car park when I heard the fight. And one day I was parked exactly where I am, and it was in the night, and I think somebody wanted to smoke, and it's so windy, it was raining, and they saw this car was the only car, and they wanted to use it as some sort of like shelter. So I saw the umbrella kind of like blocking the rain, and then using the car also as a shield. And then I just saw the sparks of the cigarette going on, and I was just like, oh my god, really? And that was the only two incidents. So that's the rest of the time is all fine. People, like, a lot of people are afraid of people breaking into their cars and all those things. People break into houses. People can be walking into the streets and grab your phone, or push you, or even stab you, and all those things, guys. So there's no point of just living in fear because of your car. living in your car and things like that. Yes, there's protocols you have to follow. I had to follow one of mine. Be silent. Nobody should hear me at that point. When I was when those guys were fighting, at that point, it was not to be heard or seen, because if they were going to escalate that, they would have seen me as a problem, because I'd have heard and would have been some sort of, what you call it, what's the word? I would have been like a witness, and you don't want to be seen as that, right? So, yeah. But guys, going strong, and then tomorrow is also now the biggest challenge yet to come, because I will be getting my wisdom tooth removed, and I've watched a few videos of those things, and I know that you're not meant to lie down flat. You're meant to lie down a bit more, a bit higher. So I just need to figure out what the best way forward. I got 3 pillows, so I might just have to pile them up and sleep a bit straight, so that I don't put too much pressure for that tooth. Yeah, so tomorrow's at 9 o'clock, and then I'm working the next day, so let's see how it goes. I do know that the tooth removal was going to be this soon, but it needs to be taken off, guys, because I'm in pain. Eating food is not a joke. Like, I enjoy my food, as you can tell, but yeah, lately I haven't been enjoying my food at all, so I just want to get back to normal, so the sooner the better. And yeah, yesterday I did the checks, everything is fine except that tooth at the back, so we're gonna get that removed, and happy days. What else? Yeah, it's getting a bit colder now, but for some reason I'm enjoying that a bit better. I don't know what's going to be like when it goes deep into winter. At the moment it's just gone a bit cooler, and I'm sleeping way better. Even though I was sleeping better, I was sleeping good when it was hot, but now I fall asleep way quicker. Yeah, and I'm looking for low voltage equipment, like a stove and a kettle, to be using in the car. I do have a power station, so I know that a lot of people are quite concerned about me using a gas stove in the car, so I will be looking at electric stove in the car. It's a safer route to go to. I'm not here to get burnt. I'm not here to suffer. I'm here to make a lifestyle to save money, so that at least I can do the things that I need to do in the future. Yeah. So guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you've gone this far, appreciate it. Please subscribe. Appreciate the love, the comments, everything, guys. It keeps me going, it keeps me strong. I really do appreciate it. Now I'm just going to be heading to the gym, going to work out, then I'm going to get a shower, and then go to work, and then tomorrow morning get that bad boy out of my mouth. And yeah, happy days. This is what it is, guys. This is life, and we've got to keep going. Got the ticket warden walking around, but hey, I paid for this parking for the month. So later, guys. Peace.